Welcome everybody to Rewind the Times. Hope everybody is having a great day today. So really excited. This is my first time ever really reviewing a hot toy. As most of you guys know, I absolutely love DC. DC is my favorite brand. I do like some things in Marvel. I like comic books in general, overall, but DC is just the brand that I prefer more. I still watch every Marvel. I still watch all the sagas, the Infinity Saga and the Multiverse Saga, and now the Mutant Saga that's coming up. But one character I've always liked, and I thought he's had such an incredible costume, is Moon Knight. The show was pretty good. It's I don't know. First of all, I love Egyptian stuff. I've always loved Egyptian stuff, so the show caught my eye, just from the Egyptian aspect of it. One thing that I do like a lot is, like I said, man, just the Egyptian aspect of the show. I love how they go back into time and they go to Egypt, and I don't know. I mean, I love all that stuff, man. Well, one of my favorite villains in Batman is King Tut. So anything Egyptian, I've always found it very, very interesting. I like the old mummy movies and stuff like that. It just, I don't know, anything like that just always caught my eye. So when the Moon Knight character came out, Marvel did an amazing job. The show's not bad. The show's pretty good. You know what I mean? It kind of lost me a little bit. I can't think of the actor, Oscar. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's an amazing actor. Did a really good job playing two different characters, Mark and Steve. So when the only thing I don't like about the Moon Knight show is, I know the costume's all CGI. I like both of them. I like the Mr. Knight, the suit, the suit costume, but I love the original costume of Moon Knight. One thing about DC that DC has always done is they do amazing jobs with their costumes. I think DC puts out some of the best costumes I've ever seen. I mean, the Blue Beetle costume, a lot of people thought that was CGI, and it's not. It's the actual costume. It just looks amazing. Obviously, there's some CG aspects to the costume, but one thing about Moon Knight, like I said, like the whole costume is CGI, but still a great looking costume. So when they came out with a hot toy, I was really excited. I was like, oh man, I really want to get my hands on this, and I was very fortunate to get my hands on it, and for a really good price. It finally came in. I pre-ordered a long, long time ago, and it showed up on my doorstep, and I was super, super excited. I knew it was coming, I just didn't know when. So this is the box. The box is just, dude, they do such a great job. Hot Toys are just, they're amazing toys. They really are. They're 1/6 scales, but this right here, this is like popping out. I love this crescent. I love that. Look at that. Ah man, I mean, I love the goldness to it. I love gold. Gold is one of my favorite colors because the Saints, that's like a harvest gold. This is like a harvest gold. This is so nice looking. I mean, they paid no expense to do this. I mean, this is kind of like popping out, and it's just an amazing looking box. So there's the box. And when it comes to Hot Toys, they don't cheap out at all. I mean, they come with so many different features, and this one specifically came with 8 different hands, 10 if you want to do total, and the hands are just so cool looking. I mean, each hand looks like perfectly sculpted, and you have like a grabbing motion, little different poses they have with the hands, like a punch. This one right here can hold, which I'm going to show you in a second, which I think is really cool, is the crescent. So like Batman has like batarangs, well Moon Knight has these things, and they're so cool looking, and they're like crescent rings, and I'm not sure exactly what they're called. If you guys know what they are, please say it in the comments. But I love these, and they come in 3 different sizes. So you got the large, which I just showed you. You got the next one, which is like medium, and then you have the small. And they're all really cool, all nice. You can put. What's cool about these is you can put some of them. I'll give you an example. So ready? So I'm gonna take this hand with this hand motion right here. It's like a fist kind of, but the hand is open, and you can take it and you slide it through. It looks like he's holding. I love that. There's that one right there. So you have that. You have that hand. You have this one right here, where it kind of like his knuckle pots are open, and you can take the crescent moons. Kind of put them between the fingers. This is really cool. And it looks like he's throwing like 3 of them. If you can see that, isn't that cool looking? So his hand looks like he's like reaching back and like throwing 3 of them, which is just so cool. And they just stay there perfectly. I mean, if you have the money, I would definitely spend it on these Hot Toys. They're just so cool. I'm hoping and praying, fingers crossed, that they're making a Blue Beetle one. I've pre-ordered Black Adams. I've actually pre-ordered Daredevil from the She-Hulk show. I love that yellow. I love yellow. Yellow's my favorite color. I got Morbius is coming in. I got both Black Adams, the Flash, Batman from the Flash, Ben Affleck's and Michael Keaton's version. So I'm really excited about those coming in. But let me there we go. Let's get to the star of the show, and that would be Moon Knight himself. I mean, this figure is just amazing looking. I kind of have him posed in like where he's like looking sideways, like he's looking at you. The cape is wired, has wire in it, so it can move around. You can pose it in so many different poses, and it stays. I mean, it's really a really good cape. So like it's like a mesh material, but I mean, you can literally pose this cape into so many different things. Absolutely beautiful. The crescent moon's a little cheap. It's like basically just styrofoam. It's like plastic with It's like a plastic thing. It's like a plastic coating over styrofoam, and it's almost like they spray paint it. It looks really nice. I have it in the background. Now, if you look from behind, that's what it looks like right here. Some people take it and they put it up here and they raise it high. Because I'm gonna put it on a shelf, so I put it down low underneath the actual base itself. This base right here bends, so you can like make them fly up in the air. You can put them in a bunch of different poses. It took me forever just to get them in this pose because it's not hard to get them in poses, but I wanted to put him in a special pose. I mean, his feet. I mean, they do an amazing job with the costume, and the eyes. Now take a look at the eyes. Now, they're painted. They're actually painted over. They're like hollow. They're like it's like a painted white. But ready? Check this out. This is what kind of like sold me on it. So I'm gonna turn them sideways. You pop the head off, and the head comes on, and the head sculpt's amazing. The hood is perfect. I mean, it's just, dude, it's great looking. But check this out. So there is an LED light that you put 2 batteries in the back, and you pop it on. And ready? Look at that. Now all of a sudden his eyes glow. It's just like the TV show. I mean, dude, that is so cool looking. That's awesome. I mean, that sold me right there. I just absolutely love that. You can turn it on, turn it off. Pretty much just pops up. And see the light? Sorry about the glare, guys, but I'm just trying to show you. And then you can put it on. And you can push it down, you can pull it up a little bit. It depends how you want. It depends how you have them. I have them like this, so it looks kind of menacing. In the hand, I kind of have him like he's gonna end up like throwing it. But I mean, this character is just. This is so cool looking. I just look at those eyes. Ugh. You know, Hot Toys. There's some Hot Toys that right now there's the girl. There is Supergirl that's out right now, Sasha Calle's, and hers does not look great at all. It kind of looks like Matt Smith, his character from Morbius. Doesn't even look like her whatsoever. I don't know if it's because they don't have her likeness at all, because even her McFarlane toy didn't look good. But this toy right here, I mean, everything is so detailed. Everything feels so good. None of this. I'll tell you now, man. You pay a good price for these. These things go for like $300. Obviously, I didn't pay that. But the prices on these things, and they don't cheap out on you either. I mean, the material is a nice soft plastic, but it's, oh man, how can I say this? It's not cheaply made. I mean, the details that they put, especially look at that chest. You know, I love in the show how he pulls it off and he throws them when they come back and he connects them back onto his chest. I mean, it's just everything. Uh, the hand bends. They bend just like a regular toy. So bear with me, guys. This is my first time ever doing the. I will get better as I do these, as I do the reviews. Because I'm gonna try to, I'll find my way. This is my first time ever reviewing a hot toy. Most McFarlane toys are a lot smaller than these, so it's a little bit easier. I'm trying to get it all on the camera at the same time, so I do appreciate the patience. But like the arms bend here and there, the legs bend at the knee, and the foot goes turns sideways. Like I said, the hands bend there, the arms will, the hands will turn and everything. It's just dude. This character itself, this hot toy itself, to me I'd give it a 10 out of 10. There's some hot toys I've seen that, I mean, they're nice, but, when you see them, they look nice in the setup, but then when you get them in front of you, they don't look great at all. This hot toy looks exceptional. Man, there's a guy out there, his name is Justin's Collectibles, and he's actually the one that really got me sold on this. I seen his review, and I've always liked the Moon Knight costume, and then when I seen his review, because I was kind of iffy about it, he was just blown away by how amazing looking it was. And he's like, you know what, man, if you're gonna get one, definitely get this. He does a really good job, because there's a lot of there's like second and third parties of Hot Toys is obviously the #1 brand that you want to get, but there are some second and third parties like Soho's, there's Mars, there's a bunch of different other brands that do these hot toys that hot toy likes, 1/6 figures, I say. And he was like, nah, you got to get this one. Just the detail on the chest, the costume itself, the colors. I mean, you can tell this is all. Look at this. I mean, this is all. It's not cheaply made at all. I mean, you can literally tell, like, someone wove this and wove it over and over and over again. I mean, they did not at all cheap out on this at all. And I'll tell you now, man, I'm lost for words, and I usually don't get lost for words. And I'm lost for words because that's how good this figure is. I know there's a lot of other channels out there that probably have better reviews on this. Like I said, this is my first review of a hot toy, so I do appreciate the patience, guys. I will get better as I go on. Everybody has to start somewhere. The one thing about this, I'll say another thing too, is, I know some hot toys, when they have hoods, when they have like a hooded figure, you have to like fix the hood, make sure the hood is all fixed, always centered. This right here is already like, his head is the hood, so it's perfectly proportioned and everything. When you turn, it doesn't feel like it gets in the way at all. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like at all it gets in the way. And just, I'm really lost for words. It's a really great looking figure. I was shocked when I got it. Justin was so right. He was so right. He was definitely spot on about this. I think one of the hardest things I had about this figure was putting the batteries where the eye is, because, like I said, guys, when you pop this up, there is let me turn this off. There's a couple of screws right behind here. You take this off and you put these really, really small batteries in. We've all seen them before. They're like watch batteries. And you got to get both of them in. I had such a hard time trying to squeeze them both in, just because the space that they give you to put it in is just not. It's really, really hard. That was the hardest part. That was the most difficult part I had was putting those in. But once you get them in and get this and screwed in and get this figure all going, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, man. If you guys go out and I guarantee you guys go out and get this, you will definitely be happy. Unfortunately, this is sold out on BigBadToys.com. I got this off of eBay. I put a bid in for it, and I got it at a really good, reasonable price. He's not heavy at all. He's very, very light, so you can post him in different positions. But the price point usually runs between like $200 and $350. I got it for less than $200. So, selling stuff on eBay and everything like that, it ended up working out really good for me. But like, man, I don't know if you're kind of on the bubble of getting Moon Knight, but if I was you, I would definitely get it. If you're a collector of hot toys in general, or you like the Moon Knight show itself, you will not at all be disappointed. And I would definitely, like I said, I'd give this figure a 10 out of 10. And then it's pretty high for a figure, but very, very fortunate to have my first real figure, be this toy, because it's just everything, man. With the moon set in the back, It's just, you can actually take the moon and slide it up here, so it's raised higher. You can be underneath it. I did it like this because on my shelf I wanted to fit all, you know, my shelf's only like this high, so it worked out perfect. I wanted to get everything underneath my shelf in one shot. So, all right, guys. Like I said, man, it's my first review. I will get better at these. You know, I got, you know, it takes me a little time to get my feet wet on how to figure out how to, you know, show these and everything. Thinking about getting a much bigger camera so I can widen it, so I can show everything more at once. It's a little bit harder on my camera phone, but just appreciate being patient. If you like the video, please give it a like. And man, like I said, guys, I would go out and get this one if you guys have the money, you know, or even if you're on the bubble of getting it. This is definitely a must buy. So, hey guys, hope everybody has a great day today. I'm gonna head to the gym and work out. Remember, man, God first and family. Take care, guys. See you next video. Peace.